What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review. And this time, I'm reviewing WWF Wrestlemania 2000. And this game was released for the Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Color. But for this review, I'm just going to review the Game Boy Color version. The one thing about the Game Boy Color version of WrestleMania 2000 is that it has pretty much 15 wrestlers on the roster. I think that's the biggest number of wrestlers on any WWF roster on a handheld game that I'm aware of. If there's any other handheld WWF titles that has more than this one, let me know in the comment section. But with this one, it has like different wrestlers like The Rock, Big Show, Undertaker, Mankind, the New Age Outlaws, Triple H, Big Boss Man, even Vince McMahon. All of them have their own finishers. So I think that's the first time that's ever happened in the WWF handheld title. In the all of them have a template, but it's not that detailed and it lacks pretty much variety. But they do say suplexes, slams, submissions, punches, kicks, stuff like that. In the Game Boy Color version has 7 modes, which are the training mode, which is basically a tutorial, a championship mode where you pretty much face off against the other wrestlers on the roster to become the WWF champion. I think I would say at the midway point of the championship mode, you do win the Intercontinental Championship. So none of the other championships that existed at that particular time don't come into play at all, because let's face it, the championship mode is pretty much short, and the other modes are the versus mode, where you face the CPU opponent in either a normal match or a cage match where you escape, and then there's the 2-player mode where you face off against somebody else in the only multiplayer mode in the game, where you do need the Game Boy Color cable to make it happen. I mean, in my personal opinion, it wasn't like necessary. They should have put more effort into the multiplayer mode, but I'll get into that later. Now, then there's the tag team modes where you pick. Of course, it's a normal like tag team mode where you pick 2 tag teams to face off against each other, like say the New Age Outlaws versus the Rock and Sock Connection. Then there's the Survivor Series mode where the actual Survivor Series match is like pretty much a 4-on-4, and for the Game Boy Color, it's pretty much a 3-on-3 of Survivor Series match. I guess it's mainly because there's like 15 wrestlers on the roster. And then there's the final one is a gauntlet match where you pick the superstar and you face all of the rest of the wrestlers on the roster in a row, and it's pretty much the toughest mode in the entire game. And like once you win each match, you don't regain your health neither, so that makes the game hard, and it pretty much lacks the creative wrestling mode in that the Nintendo 64 version has, and I think it has the most modes in the handheld title handheld WWF title. And I don't think, pretty much at the time, because I don't think no other handheld wrestling title had as many modes as this one. Now, the graphics and the level design of WrestleMania 2000 was mediocre at best when it came out, and to tell the truth, the game did not, the level design and the graphics did not age very well since it came out back in 2000 for the Game Boy Color, and the controls are, I'll say, on the stiff side, and it gets repetitive real quick regardless of which mode you pick, and it's pretty forgettable also. And as far as the soundtrack is concerned, it is pretty bad, and it definitely don't help that the interest themes for this game, for the superstars rather, are not in this game. But then again, in my opinion, if the interest themes were in this game, they would have messed it up somehow. It's pretty much like it would pretty much be like say Power of Love for Back to the Future for the NES. People have said that it's like they just took the song, they took the instrumental, and speeded it up. I don't know why, but anyway, the soundtrack is quite possibly the worst soundtrack that I've ever heard on any handheld system. And truth be told, the championship mode and the gauntlet mode are the only two modes worth playing in my opinion. But it's not enough to save this particular turd fest. So in my opinion, anyone who never played, it's like you're better off getting the Super Nintendo, not the Super Nintendo version, but the Nintendo 64 version of WrestleMania 2000. Now, as far as the score, I would definitely give it a 4, because of all the things that I've talked about that's bad in the game. I would say, comparing this to WrestleMania, WWE Wrestlemania 21 for the Xbox, I would say it's just as bad as that, but I would say that the graphics for WrestleMania 21 for Xbox is better than that, even though it's on the glitchy side. But my thing is, like, it has WrestleMania 21 just had more redeeming qualities to it, you know. Now, with that being said, if you played both versions of WrestleMania 2000, you can mention that in the comment section. If you had gripes, the same type of gripes with the Game Boy Color version as I did, you can also mention that in the comment section. And if you have any other wrestling games that's just as bad as this one, you can also mention it in the comment section. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.